How are you guys doing? Welcome back to a brand new video. Now today, as you can see, the title is slightly different. We have a brand new car. Now, can anyone guess what this car is? If you're not following my Instagram, I have shown it off there, and in my previous videos, I've shown this car off. So many of you may already know what the car is, but I also want to explain kind of what happened to the last car and why I've brought a new one. So yeah, 3, 2, 1. It's another Mazda MX5. Now you're probably wondering, why have I gone and brought another one? Now this one is a 2004 1.6 litre Mazda MX5. Now I was looking for the 1.8, but as you know, Mazda MX5s are really rusty, so it's hard to find one that's actually solid. As you know by my last one I brought, it kind of really was rusty. I got it fixed and then I sold it to someone actually who watches these videos and follows me on Instagram, so I can still stay up to date on what's happening with my old MX5. It's currently got a hard top and some stickers that have been modified slightly, but yeah, I'm excited to see what it does with that MX5. But this is my one. This is a euphonic edition. It's got slightly different wheels, as we can see. It's got different wheels to the usual MX5 that you see. It also has a hard top, which I brought with it. I haven't brought this additionally. It came with the MX5. Now this is a euphonic edition. As we can see by down here, it says euphonic, and also the interior is slightly different as well. This has a red interior. It's got red leather heated seats. I also did put the stereo in, the gear knob again, and also my steering wheel. And it came with a speaker on the bars here. The bars came with it, the speaker too. But the only things I've done to it is the cigarette lighter, the gear knob, the stereo, and the steering wheel. That's all I've done to it. Also, I put the Jap style number plate on. I also restored the headlights, so it's looking much cleaner at the front as well. I will need to fill these holes in here because they're really annoying me. And also the Jap plate on the back. I will show you this. There we go. As you can see, that's all I've done to the MX5 so far. Now, my plans for this MX5 is I obviously want to lower it. I do want to drift it and stuff and do loads of stuff to it, but it's a really clean example of an MX5. As you know by my last one, everyone said it was rusty, and I knew it was rusty, but then we obviously pulled the panels off and it was extremely rusty. I got it all sorted and then I sold it. Now we'll be making a little series on YouTube once I get some funds to fund this car for the modifications, because it's quite expensive and I don't really have the funds as of yet because I've just brought another MX5. Now you're probably all wondering why I sold the MX5, because what my plan was to sell the MX5, save up a little bit, keep the Fiesta, then sell the Fiesta and then buy a nice performance car such as like an Audi S3 or Mark 5 Golf GTI, and eventually get that to stage 2 for more power, because as you know, I've had like 4 or 5 cars now and they've all been pretty much slow. Like this is only 110 brake horsepower. It's not fast, but it's extremely fun to drive. If you've never driven an MX5, you're probably wondering why did I buy another one, but if you've had an MX5 and you've driven one, you'll know how fun they are to drive and how wicked they can be, especially in the summer. Now I didn't get to enjoy my last MX5 because it was winter, so yeah, I didn't really enjoy it. I didn't have enough time with it, but I did sell that MX5 to someone who actually watches these videos. He's modified it slightly. It's looking really sick, so I'm glad I can follow that build. But yeah, that's pretty much why I sold the last MX5. I just wanted to get rid of it to get like an Audi S3, and then we went to loads of car meets. As you know, I go to like 2-3 car meets every weekend, and I really miss my MX5. Looking at other people's MX5s, they were really wicked, and I was just like, damn, I really want another MX5. So then in the last couple of weeks, I was looking at all over Facebook Auto Trader, and as you know, they're all pretty much rusty. No one really shows off the engine bays in their pictures, so you just know something's an issue. But this one popped up on Facebook. This is a really good price for an MX5, especially because they're going up in value as well, and it comes with the hard top. So yeah, that's pretty much what happened. I found an MX5, I brought one, and now I have 2 cars again. I'm still keeping the Fiesta. The Fiesta's on the driveway at the moment because I went over a Bolt the other day when I was going to Morrison's. I'm annoyed because I filled up a full tank of petrol to drive to a car meet, and then I went over a Bolt, and now it's been sat in the driveway for 2-3 weeks because I need to get that tyre repaired. I've still not got to it because I've just been really busy with editing, going to car meets, etc. So yeah, that's pretty much what's been happening and why I sold the last MX5 and why I haven't been driving the Fiesta to car meets. As you know, if you follow me on Instagram, I've been driving the MX5 all the time. But let's just jump straight into this. Like, how clean is this MX5 really? So this MX5 has no rust on the arches, as you can see. My last one did. This one has none. The outer seals are fine. I went under the car, checked the outer seals, the inner seals. They're absolutely fine. This side has a little issue. Now, it's all solid here, but if you go down to the outer seal at the back of the driver's side, you can see it's slightly rusty there and bubbling, but that is the only issue wrong with this MX5. I checked the engine bay, the hole underneath the back of the car, and the car is solid compared to what my last one was when I brought it. So I'm really happy with this MX5. It's looking absolutely sick. I especially love the interior as well. We've just put the keys in, we've started the ignition, and the aerial goes up automatically. Look at this. How cool is that? The aerial is now fully up. You turn the car off and the aerial will just go back down. I think that's really cool. I don't know why. It really is cool. But we're gonna open the bonnet now. I'm gonna show you that. We also have a key fob. My last one on the old MX5 did not work because it was a fake key fob, but this one does work. As we can see, we just press the button. We're now in the boot. That's where my drone is. We also have a CD player, which you can put up to 6 CDs in here. I don't know how it works, but we've got that. I've cleaned the boot up a little bit. I've also put the LED number plate bulbs in. The boot is really solid. There is no rust. I even have a thing for when you put the soft top down. I have no idea what the condition is like with the soft top because I haven't took the hard top off yet, so let's just leave that for now. It looks absolutely terrible. Look at that. Cleaned up underneath the bonnet and also the engine bay because it did have cobwebs everywhere because I brought it off like an old guy. He never really driven it. It only done like 2,000 miles in the last year or two since he's owned it because he did have another car, but this one was just sat in his driveway, not being driven, so it's in really good condition. As you can see, my last one had rust all here. This one is solid. There's only a little bit of like surface rust like here and parts of it, but as you can see, like the MX5 is solid. Like this is a really good example of an MX5. It always comes with a strut brace as well. I didn't put this here, it was already here when I brought it. And as we can see, the chassis rails really nice and clean down there. They're not any rust, no rust on this side like my last one. The engine bay is absolutely perfect. I'm so happy with this MX5, it's unreal. But yeah, there is the engine bay. I will eventually spray this a color at some point because I maybe want to put it red to match the interior. I mean, I eventually will get bucket seats for it anyway because I really want bucket seats. I've always wanted them. But yeah, that will be changing a different color because it looks horrible at the moment. So hopefully you have all enjoyed this video. I really hope I have explained this a lot on why I've sold my last MX5 and brought a brand new one. I just missed it too much there. Extremely fun car to drive. But yeah, that was the MX5. This is the Euphonic edition. I'm extremely happy with how it is at the moment. Now, like I said, I do need the funds and I do need to sort insurance out with car mods, etc. because I can't really do any mods as of yet, and also I don't really have the funds. So until I have all the funds to like lower the car, get new alloys, exhaust, all that type of stuff, I will obviously do that and make YouTube videos on it because that's why I brought the car. I also want it for a project as well. So yeah, hopefully you have all enjoyed this video. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. It's much appreciated. Also drop a like. We're getting close to 8K, so thank you so much for all the support recently, and I will catch you all in my next video. Peace out.